What's up, y'all? Malcolm Reed here from How to Barbecue Right. When you're in the Chattanooga area and you're looking for barbecue supplies, you got to check out my buddy Steve's Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply. And Steve and his staff have all your outdoor grilling, smoking, live fire cooking supplies. You can find my Killer Hog stuff there, plus a ton of other cool stuff. So y'all stop in and see Steve. Tell him Malcolm sent you.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One of these days, we're going to do a whole show about my buddy, the barbecue guy, the legend.
Your buddy, the barbecue guy.
Yeah,
the
I
legend.
can't remember his name right now.
Nah,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hey, this is Steve. That's Pete. Today's Tuesday. Welcome to the Catch-Up Show. We are here to help you get caught up on things you may have missed this week and to introduce you to some things that you may not know what's going on. We do it every Tuesday right here at 7 o'clock on the Owl's Nest Barbecue Catch-Up Show. You can follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube. And Pete, our YouTube channel is blowing up.
Yeah.
Man, please keep liking it and subscribing to it. We really appreciate it. It's going great. And I don't know what happened, but it's just caught fire. And we did a little short video Saturday, had 400 views on it. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
and that was in minutes, though, actually, when it first. It's amazing. I've been paying attention. 10, 15 minutes after the show, it just goes crazy.
Yeah. Well, and we appreciate your support. We appreciate your interest. And we will try to continue to bring you good content and fun stuff like we always do. We are brought to you. Let me scroll back up here. We are brought to you, of course, by, where are they at, Pete? Right there. Pit Barrel Cookers. The best barrel cooker on the market. You can't go wrong with a Pit Barrel Cooker. We stock them, and we are the only retail dealer for the Badger Barrel. So if you're interested in a Pit Barrel Badger Barrel, we are your place to go to. We're also the exclusive dealer in our area for Green Mountain Grills, the best pellet grill on the market. Pete, you saw that big stack we have in the back now?
Yep, saw them today.
And man, it's they are going great. And we appreciate all the good folks at Green Mountain Grills for standing behind us as we stand behind them and making your grilling experience exceptional. We're also brought to you by those guys right there. We're the newest dealer, Blackstone Griddles. And, we're going to be talking about tailgating tonight. And that is the ultimate tailgate machine right there. You can't smoke or do long cooks on tailgating because you know why? You miss the game. You're out there cooking, you missed the game.
They make a nice smaller one as well that you can just throw in your trunk or take with you anywhere.
Yep. And we're also brought to you by that guy right there, the Napoleon Kettle Grill. You will love the Kettle Grill. We'll show a commercial about that in just a little bit. You will love that Napoleon Real Kettle Grill, I assure you. Just a few things. Our guest tonight is Luke Lorick. He's coming to us from Colorado. Luke is Pete, I'm going to say a unique individual because that just doesn't describe him. He is a
professional tailgater,
professional hawker, a professional howler. He is just an all-around good guy. We're going to be talking to Luke here in just a few minutes, but I want to go over just a few things with you real quick. I want to cover some Major League eating news while we've got the chance, just kind of a catch up. James Webb competed in the Great Midwest Rib Fest this past weekend, and he's consumed 9 pounds and 11 ounces of ribs in 12 minutes, setting a new world record.
Wow.
So congratulations to you, James Webb. And don't forget the National Chicken Wing eating contest is going to be on August the 31st. And your defending champion is James Webb. And that is in Buffalo, New York, the home of chicken wings. Last year, James won that contest by setting a world record, 236 wings in 12 minutes, Pete.
I saw it. I saw that. They showed that. I saw it on TV.
Yeah.
And there was also, they have a woman's division. There was a lady that won.
Mickey Sudo.
Yeah. She as well she ate a lot of wings.
Yeah, she's fantastic. It's Nick Weir's wife. And great couple, both competitive eaters. And I want to did you watch any sports this weekend?
No.
I tell you, I'm going to bring in our guest right now. There he is, Luke Lork from Colorado. How you doing, Luke?
What's up, everybody?
Man,
I'm doing great.
how are you doing? It's been a while since we spoke.
I feel like we chatted maybe like the last time I did like a Guinness World Record. I know you're talking about these food championships. I'm just like, I don't think I'm ever going to compete to eat 9 pounds of anything over the course of a days, weeks. I don't know. I feel like that's a lot. So shout out to Mr. Webb that can do that. I'm going to stick to the tailgate and maybe the cornhole world records for this guy.
Yeah.
Well, you could do competitive eating because you're a high energy guy. But and I'll ask the both of you: did you guys watch any of the Savannah Bananas that was on this weekend?
And the Texas Tailgaters, of course, I
Yes.
had to watch that.
Yes. Did you see that?
I did.
Did you, Pete? I don't know if you saw it or not.
No.
Did you
I
happen?
have seen them before.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't see it the other night.
Did you see Joey Chestnut Saturday night at a Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia? Sold out. The series sold out. Joey Chestnut, the greatest eater in the world, competed. It was about the 4th or 5th inning. Luke, do you remember?
Somewhere in there, I was watching it. Then I had people cut. So we had it on the background. So we're kind of in and out. So I can't say that I've memorized exactly what inning and if he had 32.5 pounds of hot dogs or anything in him at that time either.
Well, they had Joey Chestnut there, and they set it up out in right field, and Joey was eating against 2 bar thugs that they got somewhere. And the 2 thugs came out, and the one guy ripped his shirt off a la Hulk Hogan and just made a big, big deal. And he was great. And they didn't eat hot dogs. They ate bananas in buns covered with whipped cream, strawberries, and chocolate syrup. And what made this contest so unique, it was a 3-minute contest. It was Joey against the 2 guys. And what made it so unique, this is what's so funny. They did it while the game was going on. The game was in motion, and they kept cutting to the right field wall where Joey was eating bananas against these guys.
Did it while the game was going on.
While the game was going on.
Wow.
And he ate 14 of these banana dogs in 3 minutes. That's incredible.
I mean, but that's how those games work, though, too, with the Savannah Bananas. That's what made them so popular, is that it's taking the baseball game, but it's adding, at least how I like to say, like the WWE, the wrestling, like elements of just like some pageantry and everything to it as well, too, to help bring people of all ages like into the game. Because for some, it's like baseball, it's a little slow paced. Again, I know it's an America Classic and all that, but now they're just doing all kinds of different things to try to keep everyone, if you're age 2 or 102, engaged in the whole process.
Bingo. Because the week before they sold out the Phillies home park, you know, we had the Bryce Harper controversy of him calling out the commissioner of baseball when he was at a meeting. I don't know if you heard about that. I'm sure you did, Luke. I'm sure you're a sports guy. And, you know, I made a quick little graphic right there. You've got Bryce Harper making $26 million a year, scolding a guy named Rob Manfred, who's the commissioner of baseball, who makes $11 million a year. And there you've got Stilts, who is the most popular Savannah Banana player, because he plays on stilts. He makes $85,000 a season. And you've got these guys arguing about salary caps. And you know, the collective bargaining act for Major League Baseball, it expires at the end of 2026. And Bryce Harper told the commissioner that the players were ready to sit out 162 games if there was a salary cap introduced into baseball, Major League Baseball. So no wonder ESPN has dropped baseball. I think they see something coming. I really do.
Yeah.
Plus the Savannah Bananas are a whole lot more fun to watch than the Philadelphia Phillies, I think.
They're drawing more crowds right now too. So again, follow the money, follow the people, and that's where it's going to be the future of it. So
now, Luke, you're from South Carolina, right?
Yes, sir.
You saw what they did at Clemson.
Yeah, they sold out Death Valley. Although I'm a Gamecock, I just want to make sure.
I know you are. And we're going to talk about that. Don't worry. 82,000 people came to see him play at Clemson.
It's amazing.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Luke, we're going to bring you back in just a second. We're going to hit this break right now, and you're watching the Owl's Nest Barbecue Catch-Up Show with our special guest, Luke Lorick, coming to you from Colorado. He is the tailgating connoisseur of the United States, and we'll be right back after this short break, so stay with us. Hey, this is Steve Ray at Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply here in Ooltewah, Tennessee. The Green Mountain Grill Smoker Grill, the best pellet cooker on the market. Come on over, let me show you. A big hopper. It'll hold 18 to 20 pounds of pellets. Thick gauged metal. It won't rust. It will last you for years and years and years. The shelf, right up in the front, handy. The Green Mountain Grill pellet smokers, the best grill for your money, right here at Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply in Ooltewah. And Pete, don't forget this upcoming Saturday is no sales tax day at Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply in Ooltewah. No sales tax. Remember, last weekend, the back-to-schoolers had their weekend. No sales tax here in the state of Tennessee. This weekend at Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply, no sales tax, and that includes the food too. So those $3 hot dogs that we sell on Saturdays, that we sold a ton of last Saturday, $3 even, no sales tax. I'm paying the sales tax for you. This is not a state-sponsored event. I will pay your sales tax for you. So come on out. Pete's going to be with us all day, I hope. And I'll be in the kitchen, and we're just going to have a big time. And we're talking with Luke Lorick from the great state of Colorado. He is, look, I don't want to call you the commissioner of tailgating because we already
I don't think I could take that title anyway.
I know that guy was huge. And I would not disgrace his name, because sometimes you just can't follow in those shoes. That'd be like trying to follow Elvis. But for years and years now, Pete, Luke has been the face of tailgating in the United States, so much that he somehow got and Luke, fill me in.
Sure.
The authorization that the first Saturday in September of every year is National Tailgating Day.
Yes, sir.
Now, how did that come about?
Yeah. So again, I founded my brand, Tailgating Challenge. It'll be 13 years in October. And so a couple of years into that, like you've all heard, like there's National Talk Like a Pirate Day, National Beer Drinking Day, National this, National that. And I was like, well, there's got to be a National Tailgating Day. I need to go find out when that is so I could do some fun stuff around it. And there wasn't one. And so reached out to National Day Calendar and was able to get that officially on the calendar again. Unfortunately, this is not recognized where everybody gets a day off of work and all that stuff, like one of
That's
those
sad.
holidays. But again, I have it so it falls the first Saturday of September, which aligns pretty closely to kickoff for like mainly
The big
college
boys.
games, NFL games,
Mhm.
kind of getting back in there, because the reality, if you're like me, it's like, okay, it's like you start the summertime, you start to itch, like for college football and tailgating and getting out there. And so having another reason for people to get out there, like disconnect, have some fun, go support their team, spend time with friends. I think it's very healthy to do those things because, you know, in the world we live in now, we stay at home more, we play on our devices more, and we don't have as much face-to-face and maybe some of that stuff we used to do in years past. And so National Tailgating Day is a reason to get out there and do some of that stuff. And it'll be the 10th annual one this September 6th.
And you know, I just always thought about you since we've talked last about when we tailgate, you know, that day, it's so special, even at the store. You know, Pete and I we always do something special on that day. Like the year before last, we did, God, how many wings did we sell, Pete?
Oh God,
We
I
did
can't
we
remember.
did a tailgating party and we had wings last,
I think we did 204. I think we did 6 cases, and there were
yeah,
40-pound cases, so
yeah.
240 pounds of wings.
And I think last year we did wings too, didn't we?
I think so. Yeah.
Because that just seems for some reason wings, and at least here in Chattanooga, Tennessee,
I'm not
wings
mad
and
at it.
tailgating go right together. But what you know, it's been a long time since I've been. Pete, you've been tailgating
Oh yeah,
for recently.
of course.
But Luke, what tell me what like what I know you're a South Carolina guy, but you're sentenced to work out in Colorado.
I don't know.
So-
Like sitting sounds kind of rough now because again, I can see like the Rocky Mountains from my backyard. We got elk that walk around. Like so, again, it's beautiful out here. The tailgating is not the same as it is in the South. If I'm being totally transparent with that,
I'm
like when
with
you
you.
get deep South, like you're hitting the Columbias, you're hitting the Alabamas, the Auburns, the Tennessees, like. It's different level. Not to say there aren't teams. I mean, Michigan, Penn State are two I've been to recently that really did some top-notch stuff. But Colorado, we got a little bit of room to grow in that space. I got my work cut out for me with CSU and CU over here, but we're going to work on it.
So what is your adopted school out there? Is it University of Colorado University?
I don't really adopt. I mean, again, I'm a Gamecock like till the day I die. So it's like. You know, I'll pull
like
for
that.
CU and CSU, but it's like, I'm not going to lose sleep, not going to cry. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to track the team like I do with my Gamecocks. So again, I don't really have an adopted team, but again, I hope they both do well. I don't know if that helps with the
I
question or
hope
not, but it's all
everybody does
Gamecocks.
well, except who's playing me at the time,
There you go.
right?
Yeah.
Jay, real quick, what is you know, we heard the national news yesterday when Coach Prime had his press conference. I'm sure you saw it too. That was I thought that was pretty a pretty moving event. Did the people out there think the same?
I would say, I didn't really know about it till yesterday, so I don't know if it was either a story that I was missing because it's the off season.
No, nobody. Apparently, nobody
Okay.
knew about it.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, like should I have known about that for it? I'm glad that Coach Prime is doing well. You know, all things considered with that. But yeah, I mean, again, he's beloved, right? Again, by
Yeah.
anybody in that Boulder area. I mean, he brought football back to Colorado, right? Again, because they were bad.
And at one time, they were really good.
They were back. I remember Cordell Stewart. I remember growing
Yeah.
up, and like that was probably the last time they were pretty good. And now, but he's putting it back on the map, and just like I've gone to games and done some fun stuff up there, and it's just like you have all these Hollywood personalities and like
Yeah.
hip hop artists coming, and it's just a whole different vibe because of Coach Prime.
Yeah.
Well, he was so forthcoming in that interview that I just couldn't. You know, I was just a fan of his. You know, everybody loved watching him play. I mean,
Sure.
you know, he was. He's got to be a top 5 NFL player, all around player. Just all an all-around football player of all the years the NFL has been around. And I wish him the best of luck.
You either love them or you hate them.
Yeah.
And that-
I mean,
fair. I think more people like resonate with him now as a coach. I know there's probably more division with his son last year, Shador, with some of the things that he might have said or done
right.
on the
I agree
field.
with that.
I don't want to get all up into that right now, but
No,
again,
that's true.
I think most people like appreciate Coach Prime. They appreciate his career. So I think the majority of people are supporters. But back in the day, though, like if he was lining up against your team as a DB, like you were not a fan. You were not a fan of him if he was against your squad because he was so good.
And a hell of a baseball player too. I mean, everybody talks about Bo Jackson being a two-sport stud. Deion Sanders, he left nothing on the field. I mean, he was a great baseball player too,
for sure.
And good luck to him, and we wish him well out in Colorado. Let's see who's joining us tonight. Brent Hilliard. Evening, gentlemen. You would like Brent a whole lot.
What's up, Brent?
He's a good guy. Perry Collins. Evening, Perry's he is a true blue Owl's Nest barbecue fan. And there's John Harrison. He's kind of a lately come to the game guy. Good evening in Kansas City at Chiefs games. He lives in Kansas City, I believe. Tailgating is taken to a higher level.
I believe it.
Johnny Maggs with us.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny. We're going to talk to you a little bit later. Patrick Cullen, what's up, guys? And Heath Jordan goes, hello, Steve. And Heath, good to hear from you. John says something that I wanted to get to is talk about a tailgating to a higher level. What's it like now, Luke, when you go to a tail? I haven't tailgated in years. And, not at the game. Of course, here at the house and at the store, we do it. But what do you see as the biggest changes of people tailgating? It used to be just a little hibachi grill, a couple burgers or hot dogs, people, actually cooking them on the tailgate and maybe having a couple drinks and then going into the game. But it's changed. It's changed dramatically over the years.
Oh, for sure. I still remember like coming out of college at University of South Carolina. It's like we would go get a case of Busch Light, a Subway sandwich, and we turn our car on to listen to the music. And I was like, "Whoo, we've come a long ways like since then." And so, I mean, now like everything's bigger. It's like, you have bigger and cooler coolers and grills and just a plethora now of tailgating games, motorhomes. Like, and again, like people just doing all this unique things with their tailgating setup with like to style it and just have memories made out there. I mean, it's just like people take it seriously and they really get behind the team spirit aspect of it. Not to say that didn't happen in the past, but it's more visual aesthetic now that you can easily see like, whoa, like some of this stuff is big time and big money. Not to say every good tailgate has to be big money, but there is some big money being thrown around some of these tailgates for sure.
And I've been to them where all the motorhomes and, the breakfast cooks and lunch cooks, and then it's been 3 or 4 days. It's not just go there for a day. It's there 2 days before and a day after.
Yeah, I know. I've seen pictures of chefs lining up. Look, we have been joined by some guy with a really, really cool beard looking.
The most famous beard in the world, if I might give him a shameless introduction. And my partner in, I was going to say crime, but we'll say record breaking. How's that, Joel?
Yeah, I don't know that it's that famous, but I'll accept it. I'll take that.
Joel, are you a tailgater like Luke is, or are you just into we're going to get to the cornhole stuff here in just a little bit. What's your forte?
I love tailgating. I am not to the expert level that Luke is. I love going to football games, and I love to get there early because I like walking around and eating. And tailgaters are nice. All you got to do is go talk to them for a second, and they hand you food. It's wonderful. So even when I'm not the one making the food, I can still make friends really easy before a game.
You're right. Hey, Luke, have you done like a tour of the country of different tailgating event or venues?
I always say I've done some, but never enough. Right. And so, because again, there's a lot of time and money to like travel to all these places and do it. I mean, like I hit numerous tailgates every single season, but I still go back to like always want more, and just haven't been to everywhere, but keep checking things off the bucket list every year.
Well, you, being an SEC a guy, tell me some of the ones you've gone to here in the South.
Let's see. So South ones, obviously, I always had to give a shout out to my Gamecocks, Williams-Brice Stadium right there. It's where the tailgating challenge vision was born. LSU night games, there's not many like that. Tennessee on the river, like that's pretty epic. And obviously you could slide up. I know it's in the South, but like I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Penn State and Oregon as being two bucket list schools that you need to go to. Like their environment is amazing. Yes.
Have you done Ole Miss?
I have not. I know that's a faux pas because that's usually people's number one, the Grove, and maybe it's because I'm the t-shirt and shorts guy, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to get seersucker suits and be in chandeliers and all this stuff. So maybe I need to elevate my classiness for the tailgate. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot. We're gonna hit a break here in just a second. Then we're gonna talk about some really cool stuff with cornhole stuff. But of all the places, and let's take USC out of it, okay? Let's take SC out of it. The best place that the best tailgating environment that you have been to.
I mean, honestly, it might be Penn State. I mean,
that's okay.
I'm not that I'm apologizing for it because I was debating because I feel like, and maybe there's some recency bias, but I feel like Penn State and Oregon are coming to mind of just two that I just had really, really good experiences with. There's so many people. Penn State takes this tailgating stuff very seriously. I got to go out to their RV park the night before. So people are tailgating with the whole RV lot the night before the game. And then the whole town just floods with people. And all these pastures that are out there are loaded up. I'm talking, I was there 12 hours before the game on National Tailgating Day. And there was more people there than some schools have an hour before the game. I feel like that's all I need to say about it because they just showed up and showed out whenever they came to Penn State.
And what does I would think Oregon would be such a laid back place.
It was, and that's why I liked it too. It's like at one point I was trying to find some tailgaters that invited me to their tailgate, and I was walking on a river through the woods. I was like, am I even in the right part of the world right now for this tailgate? And we came out the woods and the tailgate was right there. So it's very nature-esque, which was just very different than any tailgate I've ever been to before.
Well, get ready for Oregon because they're going to be in the national championship talk from this day moving forward because they got
Nike money. They got Nike
money. Hey, we're going to come back. We're going to talk with Joel and Luke about some fantastic cornhole records that they hold now in just a few seconds. So stay with us. You're listening to Steve and Pete on the Owl's Nest Barbecue Catch-Up Show. We'll be right back.
This is Ned. He is the proud owner of a pit barrel cooker. Ned, tell us what you like about it the most.
It's an excitement every time you use it.
Excitement?
Excitement. It's every time. I put a roast in there. My wife loved it. 3.5 pounds. Let's see, I've had steaks in it, cooked chicken in it, hang the birds in there, hung steaks, hot dogs, put some seasoning on them, and just hung them up with your little hangers here.
Yeah.
And just hung them up in there for about, I don't know, a half hour, 45 minutes. Came out nice and juicy and tender.
You know, Pete, there's just something about charcoal, you know it?
Hey, nothing like the smell, the taste, the flavor, everything about charcoal is amazing. I actually think that's where we're back to, Steve. People are starting to enjoy charcoal again like they used to, and it's a craze.
It's such a good smell. The flavor can't be beat.
By the way, you know what I love about this? Is the handle. You know this one pulls to the side. And I love that about that.
Yeah, it gets out of the way, and you don't have to reach over the flame.
Right.
The Napoleon kettle, you need to get one.
Is there still a lot of charcoal at tailgate parties, boys, or is it been outlawed?
No, it's not totally outlawed. Like I still see so speaking of like Denver Broncos, they still have some of the charcoal like disposal areas that you can put stuff in. So again, it really depends. I say always check the tailgate lot you're going to because there are some places that is a no-no and you better use propane.
Yeah, because I've heard stories of people putting the I guess after a few too many bush lights, they put the charcoal in the trunk.
Oops.
Oops. And they come back and they're taking out 3 rows of cars. And that's quite an explanation to the police when you're coming out of the University of Alabama Stadium, Bryant Denny Field, because that's what they do in Alabama, right, Pete?
Oh, we party in Alabama now. And we have some hellacious tailgates, and I can show you some pictures that will amaze you.
What time do they start down in Tuscaloosa, Pete, before a game usually?
Well, it starts the day before.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The day before. And we're all down there in motorhomes, but the day before is a big party. The day of is breakfast. Everybody kind of a little late getting up. And then you got a big grill out there, and we're smoking dogs and everything else you can imagine to eat breakfast. And then it's going for a ride in our little Alabama carts around the place, and back through. So it's just a party time. But everybody, as Joel stated, the coolest thing is every time you go somewhere, they're having a different group that's tailgating. They want you to come try their food, or they want you to come have a beer. It's great. I love it.
Luke, golf carts are a big thing here in the South now. Are you seeing that all over the country where people bringing their golf carts to tailgate parties?
It's more southern, I would say, overall, because down south there's a lot of golf carts going around. I think because people have golf carts for other things they're doing, where it's like sometimes in more snowy areas they're not having golf carts in their garage because it's like, when am I going to use it? I can't use it through half the year anyway. So it's more of a southern thing versus a national thing.
All right, let's move into the cornhole realm. I've never been a big cornhole guy. I have played it before, Pete. We have some cornhole boards, but
I have cornhole boards. I actually have been in many tournaments.
Oh, have you?
And have won a few. But anytime you come to my house to barbecue, my cornhole boards are out there, because barbecuing and cornhole boards are like tailgating and cornhole boards. They go together.
Well, cornhole is obviously big, but you guys have taken this to just a different level. That's right. Joel, tell me, how did you get hooked up with Luke? And what we're going to talk about first thing. Well, let's go ahead. If you guys don't care, I'm going to show the latest world record that you've got, and then we're going to talk about that day, because the story behind this thing is it's incredible. So just hang on. Let's just show this video clip real quick.
Did that happen? I don't even believe that happened. Oh my God. Thank goodness.
Now, obviously they were
over again.
Obviously they were a little excited about that, and that got them. Let's see, it got them. I know. I need a director for this show. They're right there. That's what it got you. The Guinness World Record certificate, the longest cornhole shot with a slingshot, is 151 feet and was achieved by Joel Strasser, Luke Lorick, and Garrett Smith, all United States of America, in Meridian, Idaho, United States of America, on July 11th, 2025, just not long ago. Now, Joel and Luke, set that up for us, because that is number one, that is a huge world record. And did you beat a world record, or did you just set one? And tell us about how long this took.
Joel, I'll give a little of the backstory. So Like I had done, a backwards cornhole like world record, and then this was a couple years ago, right? And I was like, man, my mom always says, once you do something, you got to take it next level. Like you can't be doing the same stuff. You got to take things next level if you're going to like make an impact. And so I was like, man, like how cool would it be just to like get like a giant water balloon launcher and launch something across the football field and go in the hole. And that was about 3 years ago. I thought about it. And then, and I know Joel because he also works at the same company that I do during the day. And we met because he has, 17 different Guinness World Records for your beard?
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
That's why I say it's world famous for real, for real.
Here's
There we
my,
go.
Here's my little wall of world records over
Wow,
here.
look at that.
This is another show in the making right here.
Wow.
But every one of those records has to do with cramming crap in my beard. If
Okay.
there's I was about to say if there's any record for holding things in a beard, I have it. But there's one or two out there I don't. But yeah, Luke and I met at work, and I've been looking at his tailgating stuff for a while, and he reached out to me and Garrett, the third guy you saw in the video, because the two of us, Luke knew I had world records, but he also knew that the two of us had been on that TV show, The Amazing Race, Garrett and I, and we competed on there, and we did pretty well for a couple of older dudes, I guess you could say. Let's just say the competition was a lot younger than us, but we kicked butt on it. And Luke was like, that's just who I want to partner with. So he floated the invitation out to us to break the world record with him, and we were in. We're like, this sounds epic. And I was like, I've always wanted to break a record that had nothing to do with my beard.
And he did.
And he did, yeah.
Well, let's
tough.
set that up. If you guys don't care, you need one of y'all can go ahead.
Luke, why don't you talk about how hard we thought this record would be versus how hard it was to break?
So again, I dabbled with a few other world records and stuff, and they took me under 20 minutes a piece to do it on game day. So I was like, this one's definitely going to be harder. 150 attempts, couple hours, be out of there by lunch, having a cold one and having a sandwich, celebrating everything. Wrong. It did not quite work out that way for it. So we were because Joel lives in Meridian, Idaho. And he went to high school at Meridian High School, and so he helped secure the field that we used. And it was a toasty day. Was it almost like 100 degrees at the hottest part, Joel, like during the day on a football field?
It was blazing hot. The sun, there was no clouds. It was a hot day. And when we were finally done, I drank so much water. I feel like I was so dehydrated by the end of that thing.
Well, you ran 151 feet right after when it finally happened. So what are the logistics of this thing? I mean, how do you certify it? Was there a Guinness Book of World Records representative there the entire day? And how many hours did it take?
I'll let Joel. He's the Guinness guru with so many records. I'll let him tell all the particulars.
Well, anytime you break a world record, they have a bunch of rules that you have to follow to the T. And you miss one detail and the whole thing's thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
You have two options. You can hire a Guinness adjudicator to come out. That costs thousands of dollars. Or you can follow all the rules and have a bunch of cameras set up and bring your own witnesses who fill out forms to certify everything themselves. And then you turn all the evidence into Guinness, and they will review it all, and they will decide if you've proven that you broke the record. And that's the route we took this time. And so we had witnesses out there with us in the heat. We didn't have an official Guinness person with the suit and the tie out there. We had a bunch of cameras set up, and we were meticulous. We had to get a surveyor out there with his equipment to certify the distance down to. That's why you saw on that certificate it said what was it, 46.002 meters or something?
Meters, yeah.
Because it was down to the minute detail on that distance with the surveyor out there. We had to get certification from the American Cornhole League that the bags and the boards that we used were standard, actual size and weight and all that stuff. So yeah, and then you asked how long it took. It took us 12 hours. It took us almost 700 attempts, and we had 20 cornhole bags. So I don't know what the math is, but we would just do a round of shooting these cornhole bags out to the board and then just go pick them all up and come back and just keep doing it over and over and over again all day long.
Wow. No wonder you were dehydrated.
700 attempts.
Just below 700 attempts before we finally got it.
So did you guys create this record or did y'all actually break a record?
This was a created record again.
Okay.
Where I just had a vision of this
Yeah.
in my head of doing it, and then Guinness said, "Okay, we will accept this because you can present any record to Guinness." And Joel, please clean me up if I'm off base with this. And they can say, "Yes, you can attempt this if you do this laundry list of items right here," or "No, we can't allow that to be something we can ever do."
Now, what made y'all pick 151 feet?
Guinness arbitrarily, well, not arbitrarily, but Guinness once they reviewed the whole thing, they'll do a study, and they decided to set the minimum at 45 meters, and they have to do it all in metric because they're located in England.
Yeah, no.
So, but they set the minimum at 45 meters, and so we were like, we're going to do 46. So that was and with the launcher we had, and with going out and practicing, we could, there's the launcher in the bag.
The beast.
We couldn't have done much more than that. We were consistently hitting right between the 45 and 50 yard line on the football field, and we were standing right in the end zone. So it was like right in there, and it was a matter of, well, there was a couple things. One thing was it was a matter of time. How long were we willing to work on it? We figured if we tried long enough, we would eventually hit it. But the other thing was cornhole bags, when they're flying a great distance, they don't fly uniform. They tumble sometimes. Sometimes they do the knuckleball and they just fly straight. Sometimes they do frisbee and they go way far. And we were trying to control these variables and get these bags to shoot as evenly and as uniform as we could. But even with all the attempts we made to be the same every time, they would hit a wide area. How many times do you think we hit the board, Luke? Out of those 700, 20 times?
I was going to say 20-ish, somewhere in there. I would estimate
Wow.
it.
Is that all? 20-ish.
Yeah, and
So Joel, how did you put the bag in the launcher? Did you cup it?
that was Luke's department. I was on the left going like this. Garrett was on the right going like this, and Luke would load and launch the bags every time.
How did you do it, Luke?
Let's see if I'm going to try to pull this out of the bag and maybe just
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
you can see here's what we're working with here.
And that's a water balloon launcher or
water balloon launcher. So this is the pouch right here, and there's a pullback string or a little thing that I would loop my fingers into every time to pull back on it. And so I'm trying to get the bag like into this pouch right here where it doesn't also fall out or be a dud, right? Because if it's not loaded in there correctly, it'll just go poof, and then it'll go like 10 feet, right? Okay. So we had a few of those. And so I think that's the part of like trying to get it split. Because again, this wasn't designed specifically for a cornhole bag, right? We're using something, water balloons, and we're trying to use cornhole bags on it instead. It obviously worked, and it can obviously launch a cornhole bag a long ways. But I think one of the parts too that was challenging was like, okay, we did some practice, and we were getting like, oh, it's like it got close to the board, so we're like, we got this. But understanding the velocity of shooting a cornhole bag half a football field, if it hits the board, I mean, it's gone. You're not going to get like, oh, and it just like dribbled into the hole. If it hits on the board, it's jumping over the board because it has so much velocity on it. So we learned, and I think at one point later in the day, we had hit two shots that had come so close that was good to see, but also kind of devastating because they didn't go in, and we were like, this is going to have to almost be perfect for it to go in with it. And then what was it, like 3 shots later, Joel, after we had like a little bit of a break and watched that footage back and said, all right, we're going to do 2 more hours before it gets dark. Let's keep on going, gentlemen. And I think that's where it was, where the magic happened.
So did you try to, obviously, did you try to adjust the angle? Like, all right, we're going to have to go higher,
Oh, yeah.
or we're going to have to further. And so was that part of the learning sequence on his thing?
Joel, tell him about the hockey puck idea.
Yeah, we had a hockey puck on the ground that was used for aiming, and might sound weird at first, but originally, I think Luke, you were pulling back and you were looking down the field and trying to aim when you let go.
Yep.
But we discovered that it was more about trying to get the bag in the same exact place every time, and then make minute adjustments. So the hockey puck is what Luke was aiming at, and he wasn't even looking downfield. He pulled the bag down, put it above that hockey puck, and then just let go. And then based on where they were grouping, make slight adjustments to the hockey puck. And that really helped to kind of sight it in, I guess you could say. But even at the end, when we were getting really close and they were rimming out, and we were just like, oh, like it was so devastating when you see it come down and it looks like it's going in and it just barely misses. But we knew, like, all right, we're getting close. We just got to keep trying. We're getting better and better. And we had a second day set aside. Like, this was a Friday. And we were there as soon as the sun came up, and we were still there when the sun was almost down when we finally hit it. We didn't want to spend a second day doing this, but we were dedicated. And we were going to spend a second day if we had to, but thank goodness it finally went in.
Well, of course you were going to do it. I mean, you're there for a purpose. Now, did you count the number of times that it took?
Yeah. We're pretty sure we know exactly how many times it took.
Okay, so if a person attempts this world record, if somebody says, all right, we're going to go 152 yards, and they've got to do
152 feet, 152 yards.
152
if anybody
feet,
does
right.
that, I'm coming to it. I'm cheering them on, because that would, I don't want to say anything's impossible, but that's 1.5 football fields. You're gonna need a custom device to get this to go
So
that far.
let me go to 152 feet.
Yeah.
Will they have to do it in like 710 tries? Will that be the parameter?
They could do it in their first try if they were so good or lucky or whatever you want to call it.
But what if they're so bad and it just keeps
10,000 attempts. It doesn't matter as long as,
Okay.
I think, as you achieve all of the objectives, right, with witnesses and distance and surveyor and having cameras and all that stuff. It could take you 2 days. It could take you go out there every day for a month, right? Then you get on the 30th day. It would still count.
So after you did that, and now it's time to ship all this off, how's the wait? And wondering, did I screw something up? Did I make sure that I hit everything? I know you all already looked at all that and you're like, yeah, we got it. But was there still any kind of doubt or worry about whether or not you really got it when you sent it off?
The Guinness people can be finicky. They can be, or picky, I guess I should say. I've experienced that. So you really got to be certain that you're following all of their rules to a T. And normally when you submit all of your evidence, it takes them about 3 months to review everything. So you have to wait and hope and just like, did I get everything right? But I think I've developed kind of a relationship with the people at Guinness over the years I've been breaking records, So I didn't ask them to, but they kind of bumped this one up in their priority because it only took them, from the time we got everything submitted, it took them about a week to review everything, that's phenomenal. Like,
we're still in July. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this was just a couple weeks ago. I mean, this thing is so fresh. I mean, you could have bought bread on that day and it's still in date.
I mean, my hand is still healing because we talk about blood, sweat, and tears. We were all sweaty and tired. Like, pulling back on that thing, it started to cause calluses and they popped and it was bleeding, and we were getting Band-Aids and gloves to try to keep it going. And it's still like, I still have skin falling off my hand. So it's still that fresh that we still got the injury wounds.
Got a blister that's all finally healing up from holding that at the same place and having it pull back on that over and over again.
The Guinness Book of World Record injuries. Hold that thought, fellas. We'll be right back. You're watching the Owl's Nest Barbecue Catch-Up Show. I'm Steve. That's Pete. That's Luke. That is Joel, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hey, this is Steve Ray at Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply Noodle Wall, and I am really excited about this. eggs, sausage, bacon, Loco Mocos, for gosh sakes, on the Blackstone Griddle. It's the fun part of your back porch. This is the fun station. This is where you all gather around and make great food. And we've got them now here at Owl's Nest Barbecue Supply in Ooltewah, and all the accessories too. The Blackstone Griddle. Get yours right here at Owl's Nest.
I just ate one of these smoky owl dogs at Midnight Oil, Steve Ray's Midnight Oil in Ooltewah. That is the best hot dog I believe I've ever eaten. You should come down and try one.
Hey, don't forget this Saturday at Allison's Barbecue Supply. It's no sales tax Saturday. Buy anything in the store, including those hot dogs, including brisket, including pulled pork, no sales tax. And you saw the ad with the Blackstone Griddle. Get your Blackstone Griddle. Get ready for tailgate season. No sales tax. Here in this state, that's 9.25% savings. I'm paying it for you. This is not a state-sponsored event. I am paying it for you. So we want you to come out and stock up on all your supplies and all your needs, because National Tailgating Day is what day, Luke?
September 6th, 10th annual. So there's your incentive to go get a new grill, get some food, and get out there and go tailgating.
That's right. Tennessee plays ETSU that day at 3:30, the perfect time for tailgating. And who's Alabama guy, Pete? You know?
Florida State, I think.
Florida State. That's a big game. That's a big game. That's not an ETSU. That's not a cupcake. That's not a cupcake. And we like the cupcakes. We like the cupcakes here in the South. Speaking of cupcakes, real quick, I will do that later. All right. Let's move on to the Joel. You've got me the beard thing. I'm already writing the next show. The guy with the world record of beards, of things stuck in his beard. I don't want to get off on that tangent.
I do. I'm just curious.
All right, go ahead and ask him. Go ahead and ask.
I mean, like, what do you different records, different things. It's the amount. I mean, give me just a little more detail.
I mean, my first world record was most toothpicks in a beard. And just without, I mean, you could Google it, but without doing that, how many toothpicks would you think I could fit in my beard?
Well, so do you have to just have them stuck in there, nothing holding them other than
Correct.
Right? God, hundreds.
It was.
Let me guess. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
Let me see. Let me look at Luke. I'm looking at Luke.
I can hold 0 in mine if you were wondering.
Okay. I would say 2,500.
Oh, you're a lot closer. The record was 3,500.
Wow.
3,500.
Man,
That's
crazy.
I don't know if I have the ability to do this, but I can share my screen on here, and I can show you like a little montage or an image of my world records.
Oh, let's go ahead and do it. What the heck?
Yeah.
What
All
the
right,
heck?
here we go.
It's early out there in Colorado and Idaho.
Can you see that?
No, I can see that right
there it is.
there. Yeah, there it is.
So that's 12 of my favorite records. So what do you got? Starting at the upper left is chopsticks, clothespins, Barbecue skewers. There's a tie-in.
Yeah,
Oh,
like we
Toothpick.
need one.
And then you got second row is candy canes, straws, pencils,
Golf
and
tees.
beard ornaments. And the last row is pipe cleaners, Q-tips, golf tees, and forks.
Wow. Cotton swabs.
Joel, do you have children?
Yeah, I got 4 kids.
Okay, that's great. I was gonna say, Luke, it's a good thing you don't have kids, just rabbits,
this buddies.
just bunny. That is hilarious.
That
And
is pretty cool, though.
and Joe, we'll be in touch. We've got to stay on the cornhole thing here, Luke. Now, what is the second cornhole world record, Luke?
Like that I've done, or that's
Yeah,
out
that
there?
you've done. Yeah.
I did backwards cornhole toss and did blindfolded. Both of those have been beat and moved on, so I don't hold those.
Oh,
But
okay.
still went through the process, right? Because again, I think as Joel knows better than anybody, like doing against, or it's not always outside of maybe what we just did. It's not always the actual attempt that's the hardest part, but it's setting it up, getting a location, getting a team together if you need it, getting a surveyor, getting videographers, submitting to Guinness, getting Guinness approval, asking questions if it don't make sense so you don't get rejected, submitting everything on the back end for it. I don't know, Joel, would you say that our world record we just did with the slingshot cornhole was harder than the prep work, the actual
This is-
record itself?
Okay, I think I can say pretty confidently that of the 18 world records I have, this is the only one that the attempt was tougher than all the other stuff you have to do. And some of mine have been pretty hard. Like most pencils in a beard was a really hard one, but still, all of the evidence and all of the proofs and everything it takes before and after are typically harder and take a lot more time than the attempt itself does.
All right. This stuff is fascinating to me. Luke, we're going to show the video right now, Luke, of the backward cornhole throw. Okay. Here we go.
2022, going back in time.
All right. Now, at that time, was that a world record?
That was setting the world record. No one had ever officially done it, and so that
Okay.
was setting it for the first time ever in Loveland, Colorado downtown area.
Was that the standard distance, like for
That was
that you would normally?
36 feet and change. So I think like 27 feet is what you would say would be like normal, and so a little bit further than that.
Okay.
And I will say with the 2 other like records I did with blindfolded and backwards, this one that Joel and I did, and Garrett, who's not on the show tonight, but it was the first time I actually saw it go in. Other times my back was turned or I was blindfolded, so I never saw it in real time. So that one made this one even sweeter to be able to watch it in real time and see it go in the hole.
All right. And the other one is a blindfolded shot.
Correct.
And how far is this? How far is this?
I think it was 43 feet. Again, going back this is 2023 now, so going
Yeah.
back in time on that one.
All right, here we go.
Mario's doing it for work. So. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Fire comes in.
All right. Then now, when you are setting one of these things up, do you get like a sponsor to let you come to their place, or what is the pre-event planning for one of your stunts?
I would say no sponsor. I will give this, and Joel can, again, he's the guru on all this stuff. But like, if you're doing this and not paying an adjudicator to come, you better not get any sponsors or try to make it feel like a brand thing. Otherwise, they might shut that down too, because again, they don't want you making money on them if you're not paying them any money. So
Okay.
again, like I just talked to the mayor in Loveland, and she said you could use the downtown area, right? So for those 2 that you showed a minute ago, that was just downtown Loveland in the town, kind of town square in the grassy area that we just set it up and just did it. And then people came out to watch.
Now, Luke, do you practice before before you
Normally.
do this, like at the house?
Normally with the backwards and blindfold, I practice a lot. Or how much did we practice before ours, Joel?
Well, Garrett and I practiced for about 2 hours with a stand-in, so that was it. And then Luke's first time launching a cornhole bag was our first attempt.
Because we're in different states, so I flew and made arrangements to get up there for it. So there was with this. I know it sounds crazy, and people said like, "Why aren't you practicing? Aren't you nervous?" I was like, "It'll be fine." Now, 10 hours, 11 hours in, I did not think my thought process was the same because I was questioning if everything in life at that point out there. But no real practice went into this one, unfortunately.
Well, you know, the underhand motion for blindfolded, you can obviously you can practice that.
Sure.
Over the back, you can practice that. But what you were doing with the rubber band thing, there's a lot of different stuff involved in there. Elevation, it's like your
Luck.
Yeah, luck.
A little bit, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
are you
gotta
kidding?
be.
Are
I mean,
you
you
kidding?
could have hit it on the third try, and you'd only done it 3 times. That still luck. Because I mean, that was pretty tough watching and listening to you, but watching that, getting it to move 2 inches to the right or left, and how you're pulling it back, engaging with a hockey puck. I mean, I could see. And then if the bag's not set the way it was the time before when it was only 2 inches away, then now you could be 10 inches in the other direction.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had a breeze going. We had a flagpole behind us that we were watching so that we could gauge the wind. It wasn't like a stiff wind or anything, but there was a breeze, a
Mhm.
little one.
Well, sure. Any plans to take these cornhole challenges to a tailgate venue?
I don't know about a tailgate venue. Again, like I know anytime you break a world record, I know like when I did like the backwards cornhole blindfolded, like everybody and their mom's like, I'm gonna go crack open a beer and go beat in the backyard right now, and I'm like, that's great. Again, like don't understand, like it's not you have to do all the hard stuff on the front end too to make that happen.
Right.
For it, but I will plug what is happening this Friday, so August the 1st. On ESPN2 at 2:00 Eastern time, they're going to show our world record on ESPN, the Ocho Weekend. So it is going to be on there. And I was fortunate enough to get invited to be I have to air quote this, celebrity, because I feel like I'm a D-list celebrity at best, cornhole trick shot judge. So the American Cornhole League is doing their first ever trick shot competition. And so now I get the easier job of raising a scorecard based on what I see.
And that is
this Friday.
This Friday at 2:00
ESPN2.
on ESPN2.
Correct.
Okay, we get that. We got that.
You better watch. You can see these two guys, and you can see our other Mr. Garrett in there too, just breaking some records. The corn shot heard around the world. I don't know what you want to say, something like that.
Well, what have you other than this worldwide show? What other shows have you been on to talk about this?
I don't think any. Again, I know we've been working a lot, just catching back up with the normal job, getting all the stuff ready to submit over to Guinness. That Joel was, I mean, he ran all that, so kudos and thank you to him for getting that done, and then prepping for this ESPN thing with American Cornhole League has been my main focus. So this is our first time, I feel like, really like kind of chatting about it in an open environment since July 11th.
I can't believe you haven't been on the Today Show.
We were a little like nervous. I'm not nervous, but until it was official, until the Guinness people stamped it and certified it, it's cool to talk about, but it's also like an asterisk until that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Just yesterday that the asterisk goes away and it's official and it's certified and we have a world record.
All right. I've got to ask, Luke, what's next?
Well, if anybody has a plug to the Today Show, I'm sure Joel and I will be happy to go and be on there. So please hit us up, Tailgating Challenge or Joel Nert. Check us out on Instagram and YouTube and all that stuff too. But no, open for anything. I mean, again, like I feel like part of this, there's so much work that goes into it, and this was probably one of the hardest things, like in the tailgating world that I've done before. And we do this, I think it helps prove something to ourselves that we can overcome everything. And I'll be honest here, like without Joel and Garrett, like they were the perfect partners for this because they're tenacious, right? I know some people and they'd be like, Luke, it's 5 o'clock. We've been out for 10 hours. Why don't we just come back tomorrow? Like, let's go get some beer. And they're like, no, we're going to keep going. And like, you have to have those right people around you in order to succeed at some of these like big time missions. So again, just really, really cool to be a part of that. And who knows where this will go? Hopefully to the Today Show. I'd be Oprah. I would say Jerry Springer. No Jerry Springer show on there. But
he's dead.
I know. Rest in peace, Mr. Jerry. I was one of my favorite.
Oprah's got one foot in the grave. Joel, are you going to be tailgating this on September the 6th with Luke, or are you guys going to hook up, or do you guys hook up for tailgating?
I will say here in Idaho, I am a big fan of Boise State football.
Mm-hmm.
The blue turf. I know that everybody likes to pick on the blue turf, but we love it up here. We're big fans of our turf, of our Smurf turf. Yeah.
Yep, Smurf turf.
And now, sadly, we have a bye on tailgating day, but maybe that means I need to go somewhere else and tailgate with Luke or something. And I used to live in Georgia. I've been to the dog walk on game day, and it was incredible. It was such a cool atmosphere. Up here in Boise, we tailgate, but we're not at the level of the SEC. I know that for sure. I can admit that. But we didn't, to John's question, no, none of these bags broke, and we shot them so many times. They're high quality. These are high quality bags. Surprisingly, none of them busted open and spilled the beans everywhere.
There you go, John. What's in a cornhole bag?
Well, in my cornhole bags, it's corn.
Really?
Yeah.
Original.
Really?
Yeah,
Original.
Yeah.
That's not what's in most of these. Like these are pro bags. So ACL pro bags right here. I don't know the exact word. It's not corn. I think they started, and that's why they call them corn whole bags. No shocker for anybody watching the show tonight. But
I did not know that.
Different materials now.
I didn't know how they got the name.
And I'll tell you, I mean, and I've sewed up my bags a few times, because they get, when you use them a lot, but they've been good, and I've had them a long time. I still love throwing the corn, and I do have other sets, but the corn, it's just something about it to me. It's just a better throwing bag.
We need to set ours up at the shop. I did horseshoes at one time. I used to throw a lot of horseshoes.
I throw my cornhole, so I played a lot of horseshoes growing up. I grew up around a lot of old people.
Joel, did you do horseshoes, Joel?
Yeah, growing up, horseshoes. My grandparents, my aunts and uncles. Every time we had a family get together here in Idaho, it was always horseshoes.
So that's how I throw my bag. I throw my bag like you're talking about frisbee. That's how I threw my horseshoes, right? With a little turn on them, and so. That's how I started when I started playing cornhole years ago, and that's how I still do it, and I love doing that.
Luke, are you a horseshoe veteran?
I don't know if I'm a veteran. I'm a yard games veteran in regards to, I found a National Yard Games Day, and I've probably tested more yard games than probably just about anybody out there. And those are some of my most popular videos that I do online, is showcasing some of the unique games that come out right now that people can have a lot of fun with, whether it's a backyard barbecue or a tailgating party.
You ever done over the house yard darts?
Yeah. The old yard darts that were metal.
The ones that could kill you.
I found somebody in Loveland that actually had a set. So, and last summer, like, he let me come over and we got to play around, because I never played the OG lawn darts before, and I felt like I had to do that as part of my yard games quest.
Well, we used to do it over the house when we were kids. Our houses were small. I lived in Richmond, Virginia, and we set the rings up on each side of the house, and we went over the roof, and that separated the men from the boys real quick.
You're still alive to tell the tale.
Exactly right. I could move fast. You talk about being quick on your feet. There's just some ways you learn to be quick on your feet, and over the house yard darts was one of it. Fellas, you guys have been fantastic.
Awesome.
Luke, where are you going to be? Where are you going to be on September 6th, Luke?
It's funny. I was talking to somebody about this earlier, and I'll be honest, I've been doing so many news shows, traveling to Idaho, traveling now to back to Rock Hill, South Carolina for this ESPN thing, that I've planned this many tailgates so far. I have zero planned, but I think it's going to be the Michigan at Oklahoma game.
Whoa.
I think that's going to be
big.
one of the primary kind of big matchups on National Tailgate Day, because honestly, there's no offense to some of the teams playing, but there's kind of some cupcake matchups out there.
Yeah,
There's not a lot
yeah.
of primetime ones, so to speak.
Yeah, it's little boy weekend for sure. Michigan at Oklahoma, that's big. Especially Oklahoma being in the SEC now.
Yeah,
That's,
should be a fun one. So all three of you gentlemen, come out there and meet me, and let's go get it.
I would love to. That would be on my bucket list, and maybe someday you can come out.
Where's the game at, by the way? In Michigan?
It's going to be Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yep.
And maybe someday you can come to Neyland Stadium, and
Yeah,
we can.
I'd love to come back out there and check out some more some Tennessee tailgating and everything out there.
When I was in school, we tailgated, and we would. We had some friends. Some guys had an apartment, and we would tailgate in their front yard. But we always tailgated in a at times in a parking garage. Parking garages are great. You're out of the elements. It's cooler in there. That was a great place to tailgate.
That happened Arizona State. I went to a game I think last year out there, and so it really hot at Arizona State, and so like parking garage tailgating was a big. Everybody was paying to go in the parking garage so they could have that shade and coolness.
Well, here in Chattanooga at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, we have a pavilion that is if you saw it, I don't know if you've ever seen it. It has got to be one of the best venues for tailgating in the United States. It's a huge old foundry building, and it's great.
You're all parking under roof.
Yeah, it's you're all under roof, and you can drive your car in and drop your stuff off. At least you used to be able to, and it was great. It's a great place to do it, fellas. Thank you so much. Joel, thank you for joining us. I appreciate that.
Very nice to meet the both of you.
Luke, good talking to you again, and let's do it again next year.
We got to set some more records first, right? So Joel and I need to figure out our next. I know he's got some stuff going on that's coming up next. So he's got some actually really cool stuff that he and the other partner in this record, or is it next month, Joel? You're getting into that? I don't know if you want to give him a teaser or not.
Sure. I mean, so end of September, Garrett, who is the third member of our team on that, he and I are going to break the Guinness World Record for most casinos visited in 24 hours.
Oh, I'd love to go with that. I'd like to be part of that one.
It's going to be intense. We've been planning it for about a year now, and it is a logistical endeavor, big time. We're going to be running nonstop for 24 hours, putting in our bets at all around Las Vegas. But man, I don't know if I've ever planned something like I've planned this record, and it's going to be incredible.
Joel, we'll be in touch with you. We're going to talk about beards and casinos. I assure you.
Sounds good.
This stuff is you guys are the next Hollywood movie. I guarantee you. You guys are just too funny.
We're also open to any Hollywood producers that want to call us to be on the show. I did my 2 seconds in the Barbie movie, so I have minor experience.
Oh, that's right. You were in the Barbie movie, weren't you? Yeah.
2 seconds. Don't blink. Don't blink.
Well, that's all right. All right, Luke and Joel, thank you so much. We're going to get rid of you guys now because we got to do some real quick. We didn't have much of a food participation this week, Pete.
It's been so hot, Steve. I know. The heat is causing a lot of it.
But I want to make sure we get. First of all, we've got these right there. That's my daughter's hot dog cupcakes. She was very proud of those.
She did a good job.
Yeah, and we've got one more I want to show you. Perry Collins turned in his chicken and vegetables that he made on his old country charcoal grill that he bought at the store. And that chicken, I guarantee you, Pete, that chicken was delicious. I mean, you can just look at it, and it's perfect, Perry. So good job, and kudos to you, and kudos to Emma for doing the hot dog cupcakes. We gave those away at the store today, and everybody just loved them. Let's get out of here. We're gonna cut you loose right now. Everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Joel Strasser, and thank you, Luke Lork, for being with us on the show. We'll see you right back here next Tuesday on the Allison's Barbecue Catch-Up Show, and we'll see you this Saturday at the Allison's Barbecue Supply, where it's no sales tax weekend on anything you buy in the store, including our $3 hot dogs and our barbecue that we'll be selling. No sales tax. Come on out and save some money and get ready for your tailgating on September the 6th.